Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces for the month of July. You can have Pisces anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, so Pisces, this month they're kind of just having me dive into the readings. I'm not doing like these big long meditative sessions like I normally do. And I really feel like that pertains to the energy that we're in, is we're just supposed to kind of trust our instincts a little bit more this month and let our instincts guide us. So first off, I'm going to start with 3 to 5 washi stickers. I have a bag of about 600 washi stickers that I use for like scrapbooking and pen paling. So I don't know, I just thought that they might be able to tell us some stories. So here we have, it's like a little piece of wood with some plants on it, and I don't know what that is. Is that a hat? I'm not sure. It kind of looks like a hat to me. So hang on, let's see here, what else? We have a unicorn here with a rainbow. Some coral, or not coral, but some seaweed. Some purple and pinks, or red seaweed. You have a deer pulling a sleigh with presents in it. This is interesting. Yours are kind of all over the place. Like, I've been noticing some themes with a lot of these, but yours are kind of jumping everywhere here. I think I'm gonna get one more. So I'm hearing something about like hooves, the hooves of the unicorn, the hooves of the deer. Interesting, and a whale. Okay, so I know like a unicorn typically represents like third eye type of energy. And then you have two things about under the sea here with the seaweed and the whale. And then the hooves are telling me about like grounding. So the unicorn itself is telling me about like it's spirituality, using your intuition and grounding it down into the earth. But this, well, I don't know, because the unicorn is up in the clouds. You know, she's with the stars and the rainbows and the clouds. I'm hearing someone with like blonde hair, just because this unicorn's mane is blonde. Someone you met around Christmas time, or that either maybe their birthday is around Christmas time. There's something to do with Christmas time here, but it's also like the universe and the earth teaming up to give you gifts that you are that are owed to you. Now, the wood here, that it's like to me, it looks like it's not necessarily a stump, it's like a slice of wood of a trunk of a tree. And that's telling me, like, when you cut open a tree like that, the trunk, you can see how old the tree is. And I'm getting something like that where there's layers. There's layers to a situation or relationship I'm hearing here. It could be a relationship. Like I'm saying, if you're dealing with someone whose birthday is around Christmas time, they would probably be a Capricorn. Or if they have like an earlier December birthday, they'd be a Sagittarius. But yeah, I'm getting that sense that there's layers. And what I mean by that, it might be someone that you feel like tied to on a soul level, because we do have like the highest heights, which is like up here in the astral realms. Like, you know, unicorns don't exist in this reality, right? And then like the deepest depths, where with the whale here, the whale represents like deep dives. And so I'm hearing it, you could be either dealing with someone or a situation that you have dealt with many times before in other realms and realities and lives, is what I'm hearing. Because, you know, the seaweed is at the bottom. The seaweed is always at the bottom of the ocean. So it's like the lowest depths and the highest heights. Like all layers. Well, what is that saying? It's from a book from one of my oracle decks. What's the oracle deck? It's the Crystal Mandala Oracle, I think is what it's called. And in the descriptions for each of the cards, they say, throughout all layers of my entire being, through this in any lifetime, or something like that. And that's what this feels like. There's a depth going on here. Okay, we'll put those up there. They might come into play more. We will see what comes out here. So we're going to start with the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. What is the message for Pisces, please? What's the message for Pisces for July? Pisces, please. What is the message for Pisces for July? Pisces, please. Oh, that's way too many. I tell you what, this King of Swords is coming out so much. Okay, so you know what this is telling me? Because we have the Ten of Swords on the bottom. What this is kind of speaking to me is there could be a cycle that you've been in for many, many lifetimes that's actually coming to an end. Like it's a huge, huge shift. I don't know why I just got called to that image that to me looks kind of like a hat. So it's almost like I'm hearing like, you know, a man of many hats or whatever. I don't know what the saying is, but it's almost like you're taking the hat off. It's like something you've always worn. It's something you've always done. And if you don't believe in multiple lifetimes and stuff like that, it's just a cycle that you've been in this lifetime over and over and over. Whether you notice it or not, it's a cycle that it's a loop you've been stuck in throughout your whole life and in many lifetimes. But you're actually really getting out of it. It's almost like you've reached the end. I saw this really, really amazing TikTok. I don't know who the guy was that did the TikTok. I wish I did, but I don't. But he was explaining kind of how the fourth dimension is time. And how it works is, let's see, we'll just take something here. So the way the fourth dimension works is that, or how time works, is that each sliver, there's like a sliver. And how I was talking about the layers, right? It's like or the rings in the tree, yeah. So it's like each sliver is a lifetime. Each sliver is a moment in time. And each one looks different, but it adds up to a whole picture. But the crystal itself doesn't know that it's a whole crystal. It can only see these glimpses in time. It can only see the present moment. So it's like as the tree gets larger, it expands, like it creates another ring and another reality, another year that goes by. And that's kind of what it feels like. It's like you've been going through and each layer looks a little bit different. But then when you get towards the end, do you see it's like it's coming to a close, it's coming to a point. That cycle has completed. You've gone through all the layers. You've gone through every lesson that you could possibly learn in that cycle, in that loop. And so the reason I get this too with the King of Swords, you know, it is paired with the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is the end of painful cycles. But paired with this King of Swords here, I always notice how there's a fly down here at the bottom. Can you see it? I'll pull it up here. There's a fly at the bottom, and then there's a dragonfly at the top. A fly, think about what flies represent to you. They are pests, they're nuisances, you don't want them in your homes, but that's kind of like the energy you're in currently. It's down here in this lower vibration, when really you need to shift up to this higher vibration, because dragonflies are about spirituality. And actually this card has been coming out so much, I'm going to read the dragonfly card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. It says, a master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always shifting, moving, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? I got really drawn to the unicorn card when it said dreamlike for some reason. Just because she's surrounded by the stars, like she's up in the ethereal. So anyway, sorry. The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. Excuse me. So there's something here, like maybe do some breath work. It might bring some clarity to you, but it's like you're shifting your reality. You've gone through all of the cycles that you need to go through in a certain situation, and it's time to shift it. It's time to end that cycle. Okay, so we're going to keep going here with the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. You're getting clarity of something. Three of Swords on the bottom. It's a lot of sword energy, so you could be dealing with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So we have the Prince of Discs. So you're moving on. You know, you're moving on from this air energy, this fly energy. You're moving the cycle forward, albeit slowly, but it is moving forward. Look, to the Eight of Discs. You could have strong earth in your chart as well. You don't have to, but you're moving from, it's almost like you were trapped in your mind, because, you know, the air signs are about the mentality, our mentality and our thought process and whatnot. So you could have been trapped in these like lower cycles of thinking, or you were around someone who was kind of maybe like gaslighting you or manipulating you, and you're finally seeing the situation clearly. You've gone through all of the cycles of what was happening, and you're at the end and you see the big picture. And you're ascending to this more dragonfly type of energy. And to do that, you have to utilize this earth type of energy, which I was getting with the hooves here as well. It's almost like you're carrying your gifts forward. You have some gifts that you're bringing along with you, the lessons that you've learned, like even though they might not have seemed like gifts at the time, if someone was like gaslighting you, manipulating you, it might not have felt good in the moment, but you're carrying forward with you how to spot those red flags in other people. But here it kind of seems like you're just putting your head down, you're moving forward, and you're getting to work on your own abundance, because we do have the Eight of Discs here, and the Eight of Discs or Eight of Pentacles is very much just, putting your head down, getting to work. But she's creating something that's making her life better. Now I'm saying she, but you can't see a gender here in this card. But this person is putting their head down, getting to work. I might be saying she just because of the spider web here. Spiders to me are very feminine energy, and it's almost like the same thing as like the wood rings, where with the spider web, it's like methodically creating this web that you can't see the bigger picture. You just instinctively are doing it and completing it. And anyone you allow in is for you, And with this Three of Swords, it's almost like how you're carrying these gifts with you. To me, I was saying, like, they might not have felt like gifts in the past, but carrying them forward with you is a gift. Now, don't hold yourself back. Don't tie your emotions towards other people or situations to people who don't deserve those negative connotations. But what this Three of Swords is showing me is, like, the Three of Swords they've stabbed the heart. They are through the heart. The heart is all wrapped up, but the eye is still wide open. Okay? Now, to me, what that's saying is you felt the pain. You've dealt with the pain, but you can still see clearly. And you're carrying forward with you all of the pain and what it felt like. You're not forgetting it, but you're not going to let it control you anymore. You're going to use it to your benefit. You're going to carry it forward in the healthiest way possible. Now, I am seeing that you are probably going to be very independent for a while with these two pentacle type of energies. Like, all of these people are by themselves. You could have a companion, an animal companion, but moving forward, you're just really, really focusing on yourself. Now, I'm almost seeing it here too, is as you move through slowly, you could be coming upon someone that you think that you can add, like, you can add to their life, they can add to your life. Because do you see how he's kind of like presenting this pentacle? It looks like he's coming up on her and presenting his offer, what he has to offer. Like, hey, look, we're building the same type of energy. I can add to your tree. I can add to your story in a healthy, beneficial way. Yeah. Where it almost feels like there was a person or a thing, it could have been a job or something like that, where you revolved your life around it. Like, it stayed put. Excuse me, hang on a second. You stayed put, or they stayed put, and you flitted around them. You did everything that you could to keep them happy, but it was like down low. And then once you got a higher perspective, you realized like that you needed to move forward. Now, everything can be vice versa, right? About, like, someone else could be moving towards you. You could be moving towards this type of energy yourself, or someone's coming towards you and offering you, another pentacle. But it does feel like that. It's just slow and steady. That's what that Prince of Discs is. It's what they say about him is that, all of the knights are about action. Prince and knight is the same thing. All of the knights are about action and forward movement. But the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but they often say that he's the only one that actually crosses the finish line. So, that's adding one more pentacle to this Eight of Pentacles, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is about just like being truly independent and abundant. And does this make sense? Oh my gosh, we're already at 20 minutes. I was going to clarify. I do want to clarify this Eight of Discs just real quick with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. What's this Eight of Discs real quick? Oh my gosh. Hang on, they all fell down. That's the one we're going to take. It's the Judgment card. We have the Devil on the bottom. More spider energy. Do you see that? I actually might read the spider card real quick. Because Judgment, to me, Judgment is just, it's Judgment Day, you know? You're kind of seeing if the work that you've put in is, I don't want to say, I can't think of the right word. The only word coming to mind is like worthy, but that's not really it. It's because it is worthy. Okay, so what they're saying is this Eight of Discs that you're building is your ability to discern who deserves to be in your life and who doesn't. Like, you get to call judgment on what deserves to be in your life, what deserves to be in your web here. I'm gonna find the spider real quick. Okay, I love this. So the Devil card is, by the way, it's Capricorn energy, and I was saying something about, you know, maybe dealing with Capricorn. You could also have Capricorn in your chart, because we do have the Prince of Discs and the Eight of Discs, and those are very, well, the Prince of Discs is more like Taurian energy, but Capricorn is a earth sign, and the Disc is an earth energy. And then here, this is a very Capricorn energy to me. This Eight of Discs is a very Capricorn energy. Okay, so it says the spider is an ingenious creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. And soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. And that's what it is. It's like you are moving so steadily towards your own goals that this becomes the Nine of Pentacles, which is like that that abundance that's following your hard work. And you might want to watch the Capricorn video. It said something about, I know it was about like dropping your camouflage. So it's, and that's a very Piscean thing. Pisces are very capable of camouflaging themselves to those around them. But it says, when in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity, which this person is doing creativity here. Like, they are creating these beautiful works of art. And so there's something that you could be needing to create that will kind of bring about a sense of peace and then also abundance eventually. Okay, so Pisces, I almost said Capricorn. So you could definitely have some Capricorn energy around you at this time. So this has been your reading, Pisces. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today, any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.